Hi everyone, welcome to my art channel. Today we will be drawing Snow White. Last week I looked up some references from the Disney version of Snow White and filled up a few pages in my sketchbook just doing observations and just little studies of, what does she look like? What's her most common expression? And then after that, I sat down and sketched this up in my sketchbook real quick and just wanted to do a head, just like a portrait of Snow White, and drew it up in my sketchbook, then took a picture of it in Procreate on my iPad, and here you're seeing that I'm doing the line work. One of the things that I noticed about Snow White, the Disney version, is that she is quite soft. Like her body she has these full cheeks, and her arms and her neck and her chin, her face is very full. She's very soft and very, very baby like she still has the baby padding on her body. And the later versions, like in the books, you see that the artist tried to slim her out and give her more slender arms, and gave her a very much sharper jawline. But in the original, in the animated original, she was soft. Her body was very much like a baby. She was young, and she still had that baby fat on her body. So when I sat down to do this, I wanted to make sure to give her that rounded face, those round cheeks, and in most of her expressions, she looks very innocent, almost like pleading. And when I was drawing this, I was thinking about how tragic her story is, that she did nothing wrong, and yet, there was the queen wanted her dead. Like, it's like in this illustration, it's almost like she's pleading, and like she doesn't understand. How can this be? What warrants, like, why do I deserve to die? Why do I have to die? I did nothing wrong. Death should be a consequence of doing something evil or something bad, and she's innocent, and she doesn't understand why does the queen want me dead? As you can see, back to the drawing, I tried to do the hair several times, and I was just not in the mood. I was trying different hair types, like sharp corners, and then I thought, no, Snow White is soft. She's soft, she's droopy, she is she's innocent and very relaxed. So I gave her this funny hair that almost looks like drooping jello, or like a jello-like material that's drooping from her head. And I thought that was fun because the sharp, spiky hair wasn't looking right, and everybody has like different interpretations of what her hair actually looks like. In the original book, she had long hair, and in the Disney version, she had like a short, curly, almost a bob looking thing. So yeah. I wanted to mention that in the left bottom corner, you see 3 little Chickapee figurines. My husband made those. We've been playing Pal World together, and he, for his downtime, his hobby, he likes to paint miniatures and make little clay figurines of whatever he wants, kind of just to challenge himself, and it's relaxing from a good distraction from his regular job. And so he made those little chickpeas. When my hand is out of the way, you'll be able to see them. He made them out of clay and then colored them or painted them. And so he gave them to me, and I figured I'm gonna put them in this video. You guys get to see them because they're really cute. I think he did a really good job with the chicken claws. I don't know what you call them, but with the chicken feet, I think he did a good job because those pieces didn't break off. They actually held up. So that's pretty neat. Yeah. I had to reduce the light up above because it was putting a glare on the screen for this illustration. You know, we're adding more hair. And the day I was drawing it, my lines weren't smooth and I was frustrated, so I had to repeat it over and over and over again until the lines were acceptable enough. And don't know if you guys like Snow White. I love the songs from the animated version, especially the dwarf songs, the songs in the mines. Like I really like those songs. Those are great songs. So here we are. What are we doing? I think we're getting ready to do color. I'm not working with a lot of layers. I think I just had the tracing layer or the line layer, and then color, and then I had one more that was for not highlights, but for like the pupils and the eyelashes. There was a black layer. Here I was thinking about the skin tone because she's Snow White, so her skin needs to be quite pale and white. And I should have used references because the lighting came out from all sorts of directions. Like the lighting to her eyes comes from the right side, hand side, and then her mouth I lit from the left hand side, and it's not consistent. I also gave her blue eyes, although in the original I think she has like brown eyes. But to make the face pop with more color, since I really like lots of saturated, vibrant colors, I gave her blue eyes. I really struggled with the skin tone. Again, I need to start using references. I struggled with like lighting. I don't know why I gave her orange eyebrows. I don't know. Maybe because I don't know why I did that. But as I was saying, I don't work in many layers. I try to think of it like I'm oil painting, where everything's on one layer. Well, not everything, because the outlines of on a separate layer, but the color blending and all of the colors and the highlights stay together on one layer, and I have to be careful as I blend and move paint around or color around. I would like to do more Disney princesses, my style or my version of them. I think that would be fun, and I think people would enjoy it. I can't get enough of like different versions that people come up with for Disney princesses, and I love fairy tales. I grew up on fairy tales, reading them, and the originals, the dark fairy tales. And I know that her hair is black, but because my outline was in a dark brown, I thought the best thing I could do is just use like a gray tone, a gray color, and make that her hair color. And if I put the highlights in correctly, then it would be understandable that her hair is dark black. Yeah, the hair looks like noodles. Squishy jelly noodles. And the tips, I knew that I was going to add blue. So her color scheme is red, blue, and gold for the bottom of her skirt. And that's why I added like yellow to her hair bow and like the little pearls, yellow pearls. And then the little choker necklace was in yellow, specifically to bring those colors so you would recognize that it's Snow White. And here I was adding the blue. Just to the tips. Just to the tips of... And here I added highlights. I think I used like a lighter blue and darker gray for like depth, and I pulled the bright blue out of her eyes and used it for the hair to add more highlights and make it very shiny and colorful. So one of the issues of working on one layer is my hand, because I'm not wearing the glove. I could start wearing the glove, but because I'm not wearing the glove, I could accidentally smear or add a line or distort the image, and I do have to be careful about that. The palm can do that, and maybe I should start working on more layers to kind of protect the finished parts of the image. And here we're doing the bow. We kept it really simple. We just picked like a red, and then we picked a darker red and blended it to give it that volume, and that was it. And then we just went straight for the highlight. Right here, we just went for the brightest white to give it that ribbon, shiny ribbon look. Here we're adding a bit more shadows. I also noticed that other people's versions of Snow White, if they change the eyebrows, it changes her personality. If you look at the Disney version of Snow White that everybody recognizes, she always has like a very soft, pleading expression. Her eyebrows are high up, and like the way that I did them, they're very thin, because the style back then was to shave off your eyebrows and just like draw them on as a pencil. The thinner they were, the more feminine. That was the makeup style back then. But if you change the eyebrows, you give her like bushy eyebrows, or you make them more arched and downturned, then that's not Snow White anymore, because that changes the entire personality. Snow White was very innocent and sweet, and she wasn't a determined, how would I say it? Yeah, she wasn't, if you change the eyebrows again, you change the personality, and that wasn't her personality. She was just sweet and innocent and couldn't understand why anyone would want her dead. We added more white to the cheeks to make it more pudgy, and then we brightened up the lips with red. And then we blended a lot. I gave her eyes more depth. A little bit of rosiness in the nose. I really like it when some artists do it, and when they add pink or the redness in the nose. It looks really cute. We're adding a little bit of pink around the eyes to make them a little bit, to add a little bit more blood to the skin, and giving slightly sharper shadows to the necklace, or to the choker that she's wearing. And a little bit more outlines. Oh yes, and then we added the Constitution eyes, or Constitution fibers to the eye. Yeah, I was not happy with how her skin came out, so I had to blend again and add colors, and then I blended some more. I need to start using references because it did not, the lighting wasn't consistent. And then at the end I just added a yellow outline to the illustration. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to draw more Disney princesses and just my version of them. I really enjoy when people have their own. Thank you for watching. Come back for more videos. Bye!